G'day guys and welcome to Raging Rhino. In the decade that Disney has owned Star Wars, there's been a fair few of the cast members that have actually spoken out about their experiences with Disney Star Wars. We of course had Mark Hamill talking about the sequel trilogy and kind of warning us in regards to how bad they actually were. We've also had Temuera Morrison talk about his experience on the Book of Boba Fett and how he wanted to change the script and change his character because he felt like he understood the character. And of course, we had George Lucas himself talk about how the 6 movies that he made are definitely his movies and how the rest isn't really his and they're going off on a different direction. And of course, most recently, we've got Liam Neeson, who has come out and actually talked about reprising his role as Qui-Gon Jinn on the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, and how all these different spin-offs that they're coming out with, of course, are diluting Star Wars and taking away the mystery and the magic of it all. Of course, this is from IGN. Liam Neeson was asked if he'd appear in a spin-off starring his character, Qui-Gon Jinn, quickly answering no, and that there's so many spin-offs of Star Wars. It's diluting it to me, and it's taking away from the mystery and magic in a weird way. Now, of course, like I mentioned earlier, we've had Mark Hamill talk about the sequels. We've had Temuera Morrison talk about his role in the Book of Boba Fett and, of course, the script and the changes that he wanted to make. We've had a few other people talk about their experiences, and with how many people have come and gone in Disney Lucasfilm in regards to being hired and being fired, it doesn't surprise me that he comes out straight away and says no. The interesting thing is the fact that he thinks that it's diluting the IP and that all these different spin-offs that they're doing are taking away from the mystery and magic of it all. Now, I want to play you guys the actual clip of the interview where he gets asked the question. Let's just take a listen to how he actually says it here. I'll just move myself over here so that you can.
But Liam, I have to know, when you reprised your role as Qui-Gon Jinn in Obi-Wan Kenobi, did you ever think that that would happen? And are you interested in doing your own spinoff on Disney Plus?
No, I'm not. There's so many spin-offs of Star Wars. It's diluting it to me, and it's taking away the mystery and the magic in a weird way, you know? It was nice to do the little bit with Ewan after 25 years, 24 years, you know? We did a TV version. I appeared in the last episode. I had 3 lines to say. 2 lines.
2 lines.
And that was cool. I loved it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Liam, I love how...
So that's it. He really just says, no, it's diluting it to me, is what he actually says. And I agree with him. All of these spin-offs are really taking away from the magic and the mystery of Star Wars. When we had Star Wars and George Lucas was doing it, and of course, the first trilogy and the second trilogy, there were a few years between each episode, each movie. There's a big break between, of course, the original and the prequels. It really had a magical aspect to Star Wars, and that's what made it such an amazing franchise. And of course, with everything that we see coming out on Disney Plus with Star Wars at the moment, it has been diluted by just the marketing machine that it is. You know, in the Obi-Wan Kenobi show, he reprised his role as Qui-Gon Jinn, and look, I've done a video on it. I don't think that he should have actually been able to appear. It actually goes against the canon. It goes against the law of becoming a Force ghost. So there are elements of that where the people creating it don't actually understand it. And that being the case, it definitely takes away from the magic of Star Wars. Book of Boba Fett, another great example. That show was just boring, pointless, comedic crap. Garbage. It had nothing really, no elements of Star Wars in it. The Andor series. Of course, we had a person that actually hated Star Wars that actually made that series. And he came out, Tony Gilroy this is, and he came out and like actually specifically said that he's not putting droids in it and he's not putting aliens in it. They're just going to be in the background, and that's where we're just going to keep them. You know, no element of the Andor series felt or looked like Star Wars in my eyes. So all of these Disney Plus shows that they're coming out with are really diluting Star Wars, and it's been proven over the time that they've had control over Star Wars in regards to the ratings. You know, The Mandalorian, that did well. Unfortunately, it did well. Then you had Obi-Wan Kenobi, and of course that had great ratings, but everybody was laughing at it because it was absolute crap with the rematch of the century and then all the other crap and law breaking and character destruction that they put in that series. You had the Book of Boba Fett, which destroyed the character of Boba Fett. And then you've got Andor, which really was just a nothing burger of a series. And then you've got all their animated shows. And you're about to have Mandalorian Season 3. You're about to have Ahsoka. You're about to have The Acolyte. All of these shows and things that they're coming out with that really don't give the same energy that it had when George Lucas owned Star Wars. I just wanted to let you guys know that I completely agree with what Liam Neeson actually said here in regards to it being diluted. It's taken away the mystery and the magic in a weird way. I'm sure the person that asked that question was a little bit upset by the answer that he got. He was actually expecting Liam Neeson to come out and go, yeah, I'd reprise my role, I'd do it again. Let's do it, Disney. Let's make a TV show about Qui-Gon Jinn. I bet that's what he was expecting. Actually, I just want to go back and see if we can look at his face. He just smiles the whole time. But you can tell deep down inside, he's dying. He's dying because of the answer that he got. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next one. Later, guys.